The market doesn't move randomly. There is a logic behind every single move, and that logic is called the smart money concept. Today, I'm going to explain what it is, how it works, and why more and more traders are using it to read the market differently. Let's go. Welcome to ADA Trading, where I explain SMC and ICT simply so that everyone can understand and apply these concepts. Subscribe if that's what you're looking for. Smart money refers to the big market players, banks, hedge funds, institutions. These are the ones moving billions of dollars every single day. They don't trade like you and me. They need liquidity. They need someone on the other side of their trade to execute their orders. SMC is simply a framework that tries to understand how these institutions move the market and where they place their orders. One of the key things SMC teaches us is the concept of liquidity. Above every swing low, many traders place their stop losses or their orders. Below every swing high, same thing. The big market players need this liquidity to execute their orders. That's why we often see the price going to grab these levels before reversing. This is not manipulation in a negative sense, it's simply market mechanics. And understanding this can really change the way you read charts. The first key concept in SMC is market structure. The market moves in a series of highs and lows. In SMC, we focus on two main things. The break of structure is when price breaks a previous level. It confirms that the trend is continuing in that direction. The change of character is when we start seeing the first signs of a possible change of direction. This is the foundation of SMC analysis. Without understanding structure, the other concepts are very difficult to apply. The second concept is the order block. In SMC, an order block is generally the last candle before a big price move. The idea is that institutions placed their orders in that zone. When price returns to that zone later, we can look for entry opportunities in the direction of the initial move. You see this orange rectangle here? That's the zone we're watching. Price came back exactly there before moving again. That's what we call an order block in SMC. The third concept is the fair value gap. When the market moves very quickly in one direction, it sometimes leaves an imbalance between candles, a gap. In SMC, we observe that price tends to come back and fill these gaps before continuing in its direction. You see this blue rectangle here? That's the fair value gap. Price came back exactly into that zone. It's one of the most commonly used concepts in SMC to identify areas of interest. The fourth concept is liquidity, and it's really at the heart of SMC. Above every swing high, there is what we call buy-side liquidity, stop orders placed by traders. Below every swing low, there is sell-side liquidity. In SMC, we observe that price will often go and grab these liquidity levels before reversing. You see here, price went up to grab the liquidity above these highs, then reversed. Learning to identify these liquidity zones is what really changes your market perception when you study SMC. This is what a complete smart money concept setup looks like in practice. First, we look at the structure on the higher time frame to get the overall direction. Then we identify an order block on H1. Inside that order block, we look for a fair value gap. We wait for price to come back into that zone. We look for a lower time frame confirmation, a change of character on M15, and we place our entry with the stop below the order block and the take profit on the next liquidity zone. This is a methodical and structured approach. Like any strategy, it requires practice, discipline, and proper risk management. There is no perfect strategy, but this one suits me well, and that's what I'm going to share on this channel. In the next video, we're going to go deep into market structure, break of structure and change of character explained with real examples. If this video brought you value, drop a like. It helps the channel enormously. Subscribe to follow the full SMC series from A to Z. And tell me in the comments, do you already know SMC or is this the first time? I read every single comment. See you in the next video.